Hello all, welcome to Learn Automotive. In this video, I am going to brief about UDS, what exactly the Unified Diagnostic Services and the Service 19. So this is what I have given the previous video all about reading the DTC in the real cost, and you have to understand the 19 service before you proceed to learn about the DTCs in the cars. Alright, so without wasting time that I'll get into the video. The agenda is UDS and what is the 19 service and what you can retrieve with the 19 service, what are the sub function in the 19 service, and how you can classify and you can remember these sub functions. These are all the 4 content that I am going to give in this video. Before that, if you are not subscribed in this video, please do subscribe, and if you want to follow me in any of these social media, yes, you are always welcome to join to have a technical discussions, right? So first, what exactly the UDS is? So as I said, UDS is a unified diagnostic service. It has been it has been clubbed and derived from the KWP 2000 protocol, and the standard is ISO 14229. That is, it starts with -1, and for every 7 years once there will be the updated ISO document is to deliver to the organizations. So that is what all about the ISO. And they have so many services. Yes, what are the services? So you have so many blocks to read and get a knowledge about this UDS, and I'll quickly get into the service 19. So service 19 is read DTC information. So what exactly the read DTC information? DTC is nothing but diagnostic trouble codes. So these exactly what this diagnostic trouble code does is it will create a code. Maybe it may be some 4 bytes, or it may be the 6 bytes, depends on the protocol to protocol. So again, as per this UDS protocol, it will be a 6 bytes of information. So it will generate a 6 bytes of information whenever the fault has been occurred. So that is called DTC. So DTC is a diagnostic trouble code which will create a code with respect to the fault created. So for reading the DTC is called read DTC information. And in read DTC information you can read 2 kinds of information. One is emission related, another is non-emission related. So what exactly the emission related and non-emission related? Emission related is something like, say for example, in my previous video I have read the DTCs. It is a misfire detected in the cylinder. So that is P0300. So if you just observe where the DTC has been triggered, because of which component, that is on engine. So wherever the component has the emission related issues, that is all about comes under the category of emission related information. And wherever the issues which is non-emission, say for example, if there is any brake fluid problem, so there will be no emission, like the pressure, the brake fluid pressure may not sufficient to make the vehicle to stop or decelerate. So this is not about the emission. So these will comes under the non-emission related. So have to remember, read DTC will give you only two kind of information. One is emission related and non-emission related. All right, so this is the first thing you have to remember. And after that, this 19 service, that is read DTC information, has totally you have 26 sub functions. So what again sub functions? Sub functions is say every service will do some task. The task may be one or many. Maybe one service may do 4 to 5 tasks, not at a time, maybe in time to time. So these are all the functions. Different functions can be taken care by these services. So that is all about the sub functions. So in 19 service you have 26 sub functions, means this 19 service can do 26 function, means it can retrieve the data, retrieve the diagnostic trouble codes, or retrieve the some other information by 26 different functions. All right, so I have just segregated these 26 sub functions as 8 categories for your easy understanding. So you can be very good to learn about this, and you can remember this. All right, so let me just list out what are all the categories I have given. And yes, these categories also has been given in the standard document, but it is not so much clear. So let me list out one by one. So the first category is by status mask. So in status mask you have 6 sub functions. using this status mask you can read the DTCs, then by snapshot. Okay, so in this snapshot you have two sub functions. Then by stored data by record number, in this you have one sub function. By data record by number, in this you have two sub functions. And the next one is by severity mask record, in this you have two sub functions. Then by severity information of DTC, this you have one sub function. Then by severity by occurrence. Okay, so by severity information is old one, and by the occurrence, so by occurrence you have 7 sub functions. And finally you have other sub functions, that is that has been grouped to 6 sub functions. So yes, it is like memory related sub function, we can tell. By the memory related sub function you have 6 sub functions. So total you have 26 sub functions to understand about 19 service. So in my next video I will start with by the status mask. In status mask you have 6 sub functions. I'll give explanation on the status mask. And yes, if you are new to UDS, yes, definitely it may be very difficult for you to understand, or maybe you may not able to understand. So for that you have to learn about what exactly the UDS is, and you can come and learn about the service 19, because you have so many source to learn about UDS. But yes, in coming to 19 service it's very few, so that's what I have picked. And yes, of course this 19 service DTCs is related with the OBD protocol, so you have to understand this. And let me discuss about the OBD protocol DTCs. All right, so this is all about the UDS and the service 19. In my next video, let me start with the sub functions what I have mentioned. Yes, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, and catch you in the next video. Until then, bye, take care.